Hi, my name is Amy Willis, and I'm a 4-H agent with UT TSU Extension in Rutherford County. And today I'm going to talk to you about bird feeders, why we feed birds, and to show you two bird feeders that you can make at home with a lot of materials you already have on hand. So to start, let's talk about why we feed birds. Birds are great at finding their own food, but what happens when there's not a lot of food around? We can put out bird feeders to help supplement natural food sources that birds have. You don't just have to do this in the wintertime. You can put out bird feeders any time of the year to bring birds into your yard. Birds are great at insect control. Other than eating bird seed or other seeds that they collect, birds also eat insects. And a lot of the insects that they eat are ones that we consider pests. So they're great at keeping some of those insects that we don't like to have around out of our yard. Birds are also excellent pollinators. And pollinators help plants and flowers and trees to move their pollen from one plant to another. And this helps them to reproduce and grow really big. So we have those beautiful flowers and trees in our yard. And they're also a great source of education. You can attract some maybe new species of birds you've never seen, or get to see those birds up close in your yard. There are several commercial bird feeders that you can buy, but there's no need to spend a lot of money on bird feeders. If you want to, they're available at lots of places. Walmart, Tractor Supply, even the dollar store has bird feeders. But again, you can make some at home with materials you already have. So I'm going to show you two different bird feeders that you can make at home. These are the two bird feeders we're going to make. One is going to use a toilet paper roll and sticks, and the other one is going to use some pipe cleaners. So let's get into what you need to make these two bird feeders. So one material that you need, which you probably have around, is a toilet paper roll. During this pandemic, you may have lots and lots of these around your house. So we're going to recycle these to make our bird feeders. You're also going to need some yarn, peanut butter, or any kind of nut butter. If you have a peanut allergy, you can definitely use almond butter, cashew butter, or you can even use something like Crisco or shortening. We just want something that's real sticky that's going to help our bird seeds stick to our material. We're also going to use some honey, some cereal, any kind of round cereal that you have. It could be Cheerios, Fruit Loops, anything with a hole in the middle that you'll be able to thread on your pipe cleaners. So we will also need some pipe cleaners. I'm sure you have some of these laying around at your house. In our activity, we use 3, but you can use as many as you want to. And of course, we're going to need bird seed. You can buy any kind of bird seed that you want. The one that we use is a blend. It has lots of different types of seeds, small seeds, big seeds that's going to attract different kinds of birds. When you go to buy your bird seed, you can look at the label and see what types of birds that they will attract, and depending on what you want to bring into your yard. Just a couple other things you're going to need. You're going to need some sticks, about this big, 2 that are the same size, scissors, a hole punch, paper plates, a plastic spoon, and a plastic knife. So first you're going to gather your materials, and if you'll notice in our picture, we did all of our stuff outside. So that way if we made a mess, it wasn't in Mom's kitchen, and we could just kind of clean up and throw our extra bird seed out in the ground for the birds. So gather all those materials up. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to take your toilet paper roll, and with this I have taken a hole punch and punched 4 holes, and they're kind of offset so you can put your sticks through here, and this will serve as a perch for your bird so they can sit on it, because actually it'll go this way, so they'll sit on the sticks that you have there to perch, and they can eat the bird seed. You'll also want to punch 2 holes at the top. So just punch on just like that with your hole punch. 2 right at the top, and then you can put your yarn in here so you have a hanger for that. So once you put your sticks inside your toilet paper roll, you're going to get that peanut butter and you're going to slap it on there. You're going to coat it all over your tube, so get it all in there, coated real well with your peanut butter or your shortening, whatever you're using as a sticky agent. Then you're going to take your bird seed, you're going to sprinkle that on there. You can use a spoon, use your fingers, and smash it down. So we want that really stuck on there for your birds, okay? Then you can add your yarn to the top, so you can hang it on a tree. Or if you would prefer not to hang it up, you can actually not punch any holes. Don't put your sticks in there, but just coat a tube with your peanut butter and your birdseed, and then it can just slide onto, we'll pretend this is a limb, it'll just slide right onto a limb, and you can do that as well. This is super sticky when you're doing it, so you might make a mess. Get some sticky fingers. Just make sure you wash your hands really good before you go back to eat. Okay, the next one, super easy again. This is where you do your pot cleaners. So you'll take your pot cleaners. We used 3. You can use 3, 4, 10, however many you want to. Make a big chain. And you'll thread your cereal onto your pot cleaners. So just like putting beads on a bracelet, you're going to slide those on there. And once you have that, you'll make it into a circle. Then put on your next one, and you'll want to thread it through. Pretend these have cereal on them already. And you're just going to make a nice little chain. Okay, so you can hang that right on your branch after you put your birdseed on it. So once you have your chain made, you're going to drizzle all that with honey. That's going to make our cereal nice and sticky. And then you can put on your birdseed. You don't have to use honey if you want to put peanut butter back on there or shortening, just something to make it sticky so that your birdseed will stick. Once you've done that, then you can go hang your feeders. So find some really good trees. Find a place maybe where you've seen birds already. You kind of want to get them up off the ground a little bit. Hopefully you won't have too many squirrels that eat on those too, but hey, that's okay. Again, you can just slide your tube on a nice sturdy limb. You can hang them just from different limbs, different heights, different trees around your yard. I would suggest that you don't do it too close to your house. Birds sometimes have a tendency to fly into windows, so make sure it's kind of far away so they're not flying into your windows or anything that might hurt them, but that you can still observe your bird feeders. Now you may say, Miss Amy, I got all these birds and I have no idea what kind they are. There's an awesome app from the Cornell Lab of Ornithology, and it's called the Merlin Bird ID app. It's a free app that you can use, and you can get that on the App Store or on Google Play. And the Cornell Lab of Ornithology, their website is allaboutbirds.org. They have a ton of resources that you can use to learn about birds. So let's say that we see this little bird right here in our yard, and we don't know what it is. So here's some screenshots of what the Merlin Bird ID looks like. So you open it up, start your bird ID, you'll pick your location, and it'll choose it for you if you have the location services turned on. And you'll pick the date that you saw the bird. Then you pick the size. Was it really tiny? Was it as big as a goose? How big was your bird? Then you're also going to pick the 3 main colors. So for our bird here, I chose black, gray, and red. Now, depending on the bird, if it's a male or a female, some of their colors might be just a little bit different. But the great thing about this is it's going to show you what the male bird looks like, the female bird, a juvenile, and even what their eggs look like, which is really cool. Then you're going to pick where you saw your bird. Was it at your feeder? Was it on a fence? Was it flying? Was it building a nest? What was it doing? So put that in as well, and then it'll come up with a bunch of results. So you just scroll through the results to find the bird that looks like your bird, and then click, this is my bird, and it'll map where you saw your bird, which is really awesome. So that's just a little bit about birds and doing some identification. So go on that website, allaboutbirds.org, and explore all the information they have. It's really, really cool. Just want to give a quick shout out to my 2 best helpers here, Anna and Mary. We had such a great time making our bird feeders. We got super sticky and we had a big time and hung out our bird feeders at our house. So thank you so much for watching this little video about bird feeders. If you have any questions, you can obviously shoot me an email, awillis@utk.edu. You can hit us up on Facebook or on our website. Hope you have a great time building your bird feeders and watching your birds. Until next time.